In this video, we are going to show you all the prep work that went behind our Valaikaapu and Seemantham function. So our Valaikaapu and Seemantham functions went over 2 days. It happened on 28th and 29th of May. 28th of May was a weekday, and because it was a morning function, we just invited our closest of the close friends. And on 29th, on a Friday evening, we invited a lot more people for our Valaikaapu function. We involved the entire family for this decor. As I've been saying non-stop, we all love our DIY, and we started setting up or doing decor the previous weekend. You saw me and my dad hanging some string lights. Next is this mirror where Karthik and I spent like a really long time drawing on the mirror. We used chalk markers to draw on this mirror. They are erasable and we bought them from Amazon. If you guys want link, I can link them below. The reason it took such a long time was because if we placed our hands over it, it would erase. So we had to be very careful. We had to let it dry and then keep on drawing on it. This particular thing took over 3 or 4 days for us to complete it. Next is some flower decorations and making garlands. If you were wondering what our parents were doing in the meantime, they were sorting out the flowers and prepping to make string flower for my hair as well as garlands. That's both the mums just sorting out flowers, and then at one point my mum goes and starts making lunch for all of us, whilst my father-in-law and mother-in-law, they were just making garlands for both the functions. If you haven't watched our previous video, we showed you from where we got the flowers, how much we spent and all the sorts. And in this video you can see a glimpse of both my father-in-law and my mother-in-law preparing the garlands. We made 4 garlands in total and several flower strings for the hair, for my hair in particular. So about the 4 garlands, 2 were for Seemantham function. These were the ones for the Seemantham function, and then this one is for the Valaikaapu function. There's also a small garland for the kalasam itself. We also prepped the alfresco area and we set up dining in the alfresco area for our Valaikaapu function. The previous day, the Seemantham function, everything happened indoors. For Valaikaapu, because we invited a lot more people, we set up some dining over here and some in the garage area as well. Now this is where you will see it all coming together. So this is the first day's decor. Obviously, we hung a lot of torans in the meantime. We didn't film those because we forgot to do it whilst we were doing all the functions. We have mango toran at the front door as well as in front of our puja room. Mango leaves were from our garden. This name board, it's very easy to make. I made it in the Office Works website and it cost us only about $35. I was surprised to know that you can do all this. All these garlands, all these torans, we had it with us because we bought them for our Graha Pravesham ceremony. You would also see a lot of brass items in the decor. That's only because I'm very fond of brass items and I wanted to collect them. And because we were going to have all of these functions, I made my parents go and buy a lot of brass items and ship them to me. It was a very expensive gift from them. And they were bought from like several shops in Madurai. I know you guys are going to ask me about those shops. They were all smaller shops near Temple side in Madurai. The 2 big lamps are really nice in person and they are fully brass as well. Apart from that, you would see lot of flowers. All those flowers once again are from like Flemington Market, and the torans itself are the torans that we had from our Graha Pravesham function. So we are very big on DIY, so we wanted to buy stuff for ourselves instead of renting or getting decor companies to come and do it. Here you are seeing the mirror, the one that Karthik and I spent a good few days drawing, and you can also see some of the brass items over here. This particular piece where you're seeing flowers, that's called paddy. It's used to measure rice or dal or stuff like that, and it is a set of 4 or 5. We've just used one of them as a flower vase. Now this is called pallanguli for people that don't know, and this is over 100 years old. My mother-in-law's grandparents gifted them to her. We just asked them to polish it, paint it and bring it for us. We wanted to keep the tradition alive and we wanted to use this and start playing a lot more on this. That's why we got her to bring this, and we wanted to also display this as part of our decor. This got a lot of people talking in person. So some of the guests that came, they were like, oh, you guys have this, where did you get it from, blah blah blah. So it was nice when like some people recognized what it is and asked us about it. This is a really old piece and we're so lucky to have these old pieces for ourselves. Now this is another traditional piece. What you see there is called a stiffen carrier, and there's a spoon that holds it all together. I've seen this like back in the day when I was growing up. I remember where like if you go to a wedding or something, people may take tiffin carrier to bring takeaway back to the family that didn't come. So it's a really nice nostalgic piece for myself, and we just got it in brass. My dad was asking, would I be using it? I was like, no, I don't think I'll be using it. This is more for like a display piece. And obviously that's coffee dabara set and a teapot. Now here are the plates for the first day. We have put the plates on our dining table only because there'll be homam happening and we weren't sure how the vatyas or priest were going to set it up. So we put all the plates on dining table, and this particular doll set is called as Valaikaapu doll set. At the corner over there you are seeing Pongal Panai, and we put some flowers on Pongal Panai as well. Now this is our day 1 decor. Day 1 was our Seemantham. Now let's see day 2 decor. For day 2, we didn't introduce anything new. It was just rearranging a bit, so it's appropriate for Valaikaapu. For Valaikaapu, there were a lot more fruits and sweets and savory plates, and we also displayed a range of bangles. Once again, there is a story behind these bangles. Now let's stop there for a minute. These bangles have come all the way from Madurai and from the street called Valaikaapu. The belief is that Lord Shiva himself appeared there as a bangle vendor and he sold bangles. And they also believe that if you buy bangles from that street, it carries blessings and auspiciousness and prosperity, and you share that with your guests. So we wanted to get bangles from Valaikaapu, and we wanted our guests to pick up some bangles for themselves. We also put them in the return gift bags, but we weren't sure if it was going to be of right size. That's why we displayed it there so the guests can pick the bangles for themselves. We also displayed some of our childhood pictures and some pictures that mean a lot throughout our journey as part of this decor. The rest of it is just plates with chocolates that I love, some nuts, sweets, savories, some homemade, some store-bought. That's the garland that my in-laws made for the Valaikaapu ceremony. And this is the full decor. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please subscribe to our channel. There's more videos coming in this series where we talk through our Seemantham function, our Valaikaapu function and all the sorts. I'll see you in another one. Bye!